welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. I'm sorry if I sound super nasally today. It's because I'm really congested and I've been sick the last like 3 or 4 days, so just bear with me. So today's video is gonna be all about hair. So I wanted to share with you guys things that I've learned over the years, just tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way, and then also products that I've loved for a long time. So styling your hair and getting it the way that you want to look, I truly believe starts in the shower. And I was guilty of doing this wrong for so many years, just like I'm sure a lot of you out there are. So as you're washing, you really want to concentrate on getting the majority of the shampoo on your scalp, because that's going to be obviously the most oily parts of your hair. Your roots are always going to be the most oily. So depending on how long your hair is, I mean, the hair on the ends of your head have been around for years, and it's comparatively older than the new hair that's growing on the top of your head. So there's no reason to further like dehydrate your hair, dry it out even more than it needs to be. Now in the same respect, it's going to be the opposite when you're conditioning. You want to concentrate your conditioner more on the ends of your hair, because again, the ends of your hair are really what needs the most moisture. You want to put as much moisture back into your hair as you possibly can. Now this is also going to come in handy once you're out of the shower, because all conditioner is going to do, if you lather it really good on your root, is weigh your hair down. And as women, I know that we're always looking for ways to put more volume into our hair, so the last thing we want to do is go ahead and weigh it down before we even start styling. Now speaking of volume, that's going to lead me right into my third tip. So over the years, I have always been someone who has just like teased the ever-living daylights out of my hair, which has done some damage back here, I will say. But I just couldn't help myself. Like, no matter how big my hair was, it was never big enough for me. I always just wanted that 90s Cindy Crawford like blown out look. But these days, I've found that turning to good hair products that can help you achieve that same look instead of damaging and putting stress on your hair by teasing it is definitely the way to go. So the first thing you want to do is going to be during the blow drying process. So basically what I do is all the hair on the crown of my head, I section it off, and as I'm blow drying, you're gonna wanna blow dry in the opposite direction of the way your hair is growing. So you don't wanna blow dry just this way. You wanna blow dry and hold your comb and blow dry the opposite direction that your hair is growing. And that will help to create volume right away. Now the second step to creating volume is gonna be once your hair is completely dry. Now, I know a lot of people use dry shampoo to freshen up their roots and everything, like once it's a couple days in and you're starting to get oil, but don't be afraid to just use dry shampoo right away. I use dry shampoo on my completely dry hair every single time after I'm done blow drying, because it just creates a little bit of grittiness and then also gives it more texture and just amps up that volume that I really am looking for. Now the third tip I want to tell you guys about, which I mentioned already in one of my favorite things video, but it's gonna be this big sexy hair product, and it's called Powder Play. So this is a volume and texturizing powder, and I just put a little bit of this in at my root, and it makes such a big difference. This is like my #1 volumizing product that I could ever recommend. So another little trick you can use this stuff for is if you're someone that wears clip-in hair extensions, normally wherever your clip is, you're gonna wanna tease your root a little bit to really get it to like hook into your hair. If you don't wanna put stress on your hair, again, in that way, you can use this a little bit at your root and just kind of work it in, and then your clip-in is gonna just like hook in so much nicer than if you didn't do anything to it at all, because normally it'll just start sliding out on your hair. So this stuff really helps to make your hair a little bit gritty so that your extension clip can just stick right to it. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is going to be these bobby pins. So these are the Mega Grip Premium Bob Pins, and I get these from Sally's, and there's 300 of these things in here. And I don't know what it is about these things, but these just grip your hair like no other bobby pin I have ever used in my entire life. These bobby pins are the holy grail of bobby pins. Go ahead, go in your bathroom, throw every other bobby pin you've ever used in your life out, throw them in the trash. So just a little example story of how great these things really are. I am an event planner, so when we do weddings, we always have things on hand that the bride may need during the day, like little emergency kit type situations. So I always am carrying these bobby pins, obviously, as part of the kit. And there have been a couple times where the bride's updo is literally falling out. Like, I'm talking strands of hair out, the whole thing is just sagging, and I will grab these bobby pins, and honestly, you guys, like the last bride I did this to, I think it took 3 of these bobby pins, and it was holding up her entire updo. And her and all the bridesmaids were like, what are those bobby pins? Like, what did you just use? How did you just do that? That was so quick, and you just fixed my entire head. So my next trick is gonna be for you girls who are maybe thinning a little bit on top in your part, like when you part your hair and you can see just a ton of your scalp. Sometimes that makes you look a little bit older and ages your look a little bit. And then also for you girls that when you pull your hair back and you put your hair in a ponytail or a bun, you're kind of like scarce here in your hairline. So if this is you, all you have to do is pull out an eyeshadow palette, which I know we all have. I mean, for brunettes, it's gonna be a little bit easier than blondes, but what I do is I just find a color that matches me, and I find my makeup brush, and I literally will just shade it in. And it works just the same. Like I said, like I have the world's craziest baby hairs, so sometimes when I put my hair up, I will just go ahead and shade in my hairline a little bit more. And you guys, it helps so much. Like if you haven't tried this trick before, you need to. It's such an easy trick to make your hair look fuller and thicker. Okay, so the next tip I want to share with you guys is gonna be for pesky flyaways. I actually think that I have like quite a few of them right now because I didn't do this after I styled my hair. So all you're gonna need for this one is a toothbrush and some hairspray. So basically all you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna spray your hair, like the top of your hair with the hairspray, and then take your toothbrush. Well, you can also use like a fluffy makeup brush as well, that works too. And then just go ahead and just start smoothing your flyaways down. Now, this works really well too if you're trying to get that slicked back pony look or like bun look, because sometimes when you just spray it and you use your hands, like it kind of looks like a hot mess when you're just like trying to flatten your hair down. So using this toothbrush really gives it that sleek, smooth look. So the last and final tip that I want to share with you guys is gonna be, you know, a couple days after you have shampooed, washed, and styled your hair, and it's starting to get a little gross and greasy. So what I'll do to refresh my hair a little bit is go in just at my roots and spray my roots with dry shampoo, whatever's your favorite. And then I grab for my handy dandy Revlon 2-in-1 styler, which I have a whole video on this. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll link it down below, but I absolutely love this dryer. So on my dry hair, after I spray my dry shampoo, I just go ahead and run this dryer through it, pulling it up and out a couple times. I absolutely love that trick because it really just livens up my roots, livens up the top of my hair, gives it that volume that it's lacking, you know, after your hair has some grease in it and it's kind of gross and it really should be washed, but you want to push it that last day. Honestly, you guys, something else that I do if my hair is like really gross but I really want to wear it down and I'm in like a hurry, I will section off the top part of my hair, throw the bottom in a hair tie, flip my hair, and just wash the hair in the crown and the top of my head. Straighten it or curl it or whatever. It takes literally 10 minutes and it saves so much time. Okay, you guys, so that's everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you back. And don't forget to hit the notification bell down below so you never miss another video from me. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.